I'm serving as I'm in broadcasting service, WKAR TV, and interactive video services, and my position here is station enterprise manager. And as of Monday, I'm reassuming responsibility for managing our production facilities. Those would be for WKAR TV and interactive video services. I'm speaking with you today as someone who has been working in an organization that's been acquiring video for distribution in an academic environment since the early 60s. At interactive television, I forget all the names that this group has had over the years, but beginning back in Erickson Hall back in the 60s, we were distributing classroom television across campus on the cable system. That's how we started. Classes, basically, for classes that had too many students to fit in one room, so we put students in a number of different rooms across campus, and we put it on campus cable. That's how we started. We still have that capability, although we're not doing very much of that currently. But we've evolved over the years to serve basically that function. We're gathering academic information on video to distribute to distance learners. And we're doing that currently, as we expanded beyond cable television, we began using video conferencing as one of our tools, where we're connecting via video conferencing technology to sites across the country, across the world really, in two-way interactive video applications for academic instructions. We also do it for a lot of meetings, for grant proposal meetings, that sort of thing, but we're able to serve from our facilities audiences using complete interactive two-way video and audio. We use that, we can do that both in our IVS facilities as well as our larger facilities for WKAR TV. And then growing out of the video conferencing, we began doing webcasting. And currently what we're doing in webcasting is either on a live basis from either one of our facilities or a facility on campus. We'll go out and with an encoder, begin streaming live video to a website. Usually that website is our website, which is wmsu.org, where there may be a speaker in Kellogg Center or at the Henry Center that we'll go out. We've got a camera in the back of the room, usually a single camera in the back of the room. We're getting an audio feed, and we're putting it out on the web for live consumption. When we do live, we then usually capture it as well, and we'll put it up as an archive as well. So we have the ability to do that basically anywhere on campus. We can go out there, or anywhere with even off campus, if we can get that bandwidth to get back to our server, which is Real Media currently. What else? Okay, so we do live, on-demand, and archival webcasts. More recently, we've gotten into podcast productions. I'll delay talking too much about that because we're essentially provide production support to VU DAT, and I'll let them talk a little bit more about what we're doing in podcasting, but we're a support to it, more so than actually developing that. So really, I'm here today to, given that background, to say what we do is acquire video, and I really don't care where it's going. I don't care if we're using cable. I don't care if we're using webcasts. I don't care if we're using video conferencing. I don't care if we're doing satellite distribution. To me, we're acquiring video, and it doesn't matter to me how it's getting out to the audience. And having said that, my passion is to make a good video. And there are some things that we have to offer in doing that. Rather than, I would say if you're acquiring video for the web, come and see us, or come and see Kevin, who'll be talking to you later, because there are things that the production experience is going to lend to your project, and that you're not going to get by taking your home camera out into a classroom, that sort of thing. So anyway, that's what we do. We acquire video professionally for you. And we do that using a number of our different facilities, and Bill's going to assist me here. One of them is this room. We have 3 video origination classrooms. This room seating 98. We have 2 across the street in an engineering building that seat about 35 apiece. And then we have a video conference room up on the 2nd floor of this building. And I can't see what I'm looking at here. Okay, yep, that's the video conference room upstairs. This is our Studio A in the WKAR studios. And we do use that for large-scale, really nice production activities. You can see the broad screen, the beautiful lighting. We're seating probably up to 150 people in this studio environment. And again, we're acquiring video. We can distribute it any way you want. And it doesn't matter really to me how you do it.
Can I just expand on that a little bit? You know, what's neat about this, and Doug's mentioned that, you know, we've streamed live material from all around campus, and as the web designer for the organization, the site that we made 10 years ago, wmsu.org, to serve all of that, while Doug's been marshaling the forces to get that material out there, you know, I see the output, and I'm helping getting out in front of people. What's really cool about really the range of facilities that fits under what broadcasting services is, so often there is an event that people want to capture and stream, and the event is placed in a spot, and then you have to bring in the stuff to capture and to stream it. And it's good for people to know that, well, some things like, and it's kind of small, I know, but the Studio A setup here, that's an elaborate thing that would be the kind of thing, you might see this if you go to the Kellogg Center or if you go to a hotel conference, and where you've got 2 podiums and you've got placed in, you've got a big screen, you've got an audience. With a facility like Studio A, we have the ability to set that up. In that picture, there are 2 podiums. There are also 2 teleprompters. There's an up-screen display. There's a control center at the back where there are people punching, you know, across the sources like there are in this room. And it's, you know, it really is set up to what happens in this room. We can do the presentation that people like to do, and it can be captured and sent out. And just, you know, if you don't mind,
no.
in this room, for example, is set up. You know, when we go on location and do the single camera shoot that has happened so many times, and you'll see this, you'll have the experience of when you get to a question and answer period. Sure, the people in the room can hear the questions, but the people watching online or later don't hear the questions because there's not really a mic out there. And if you look up, there are mics when we get to a question and answer with the panel. We've got mics. That is a RoboCam back there, so when people ask questions, there can be a camera. You know, in here, what the folks in this room are seeing isn't quite what somebody at a remote site could see, because with the switcher that's in the back, you know, we have a technical director back there who, for the program out, is switching between the shot here and the shot on the screen, full screen, and might be getting reaction shots and things like that. Now, that's not something you say, oh, on a whim, let's go over into these facilities and do it. But it's the kind of thing that if you have projects coming up and people know that the facilities are available, if there are projects down the road where there's grant writing to get, you know, to get an event captured or something like that, the stuff is here to do some pretty cool stuff.
All right. I guess that's what I was trying to say. When come to us and let us work with you on developing a production plan, rather than have it be an afterthought that, oh, wouldn't it, I've got the speaker, wouldn't it be nice to put this on the web? Come to us ahead of time and let's say, how can we best put it on the web so people are really going to watch it? I mean, I get requests to go over to Kellogg Center and shoot 8 hours of video because they want to put it on the web. And we come back, we digitize 8 hours of video. Well, you think anyone's going to watch 8 hours of video? Shot with a single camera in the back of the room, even if
and of course they will, and it's a great service to provide, and of course they will. But there are levels of, you know, there are ways to make the product better.
Right.
Yeah.